From Vermont Public, this is The Frequency. I'm Andrea Lorian. It's Friday, May 16th, and here are today's headlines. A federal judge in Massachusetts on Thursday ordered the release of one Vermont farm worker arrested and detained by immigration authorities. About 30 people gathered at Migrant Justice Headquarters in Burlington on Thursday to watch the court hearing remotely.
All right, so Max was given bond.
That's Migrant Justice spokesperson Will Lambeck, celebrating the release of Diblaim Maximo Sargento Morales, who goes by Max. Max was one of 8 farm workers that Border Patrol agents arrested at a Franklin County dairy last month. U.S. Customs and Border Protection said the workers were in the U.S. illegally. Vermont officials have condemned the arrests. 4 of the farm workers have now been deported to Mexico. Vermont lawmakers want to make it easier for undocumented parents to make sure their children end up with trusted guardians if they're detained or deported. A bill that's now on its way to the governor's desk would allow parents to file key court documents well in advance of their arrests. South Burlington Representative Martin Lalonde says the legislation would empower courts to honor the wishes of detained parents.
The parents' children can get some comfort by knowing the person that would care for them in the event their parents are detained. This process helps ease traumatic separations or confusion in emergency situations.
Lawmakers drafted the bill at the request of nonprofit legal organizations that provide services to non-citizen Vermonters. More than 200 Vermont families have parents who are in the country without authorization, but children who are U.S. citizens. And commencement ceremonies for the University of Vermont will be held this Sunday. Just under 3,000 graduates will be part of the 224th commencement ceremony on University Green in Burlington. Additional ceremonies for some of the 8 UVM colleges will also be held at the Champlain Valley Expo in Essex Junction. Graduates from the class of 2025 are also eligible for the Green Mountain Job and Retention Program. That's a partnership that offers grads $5,000 in student debt relief if they live and work in Vermont at least 2 years after graduation. Coming up, we finish our series showcasing Vermont musicians who entered this year's NPR Tiny Desk contest with Fawn and the Wormdogs. That's after this. Nearly 40 artists from Vermont submitted entries this year to NPR's Tiny Desk contest. And all this week, we've been sharing the stories of a few of those artists. We're going to end this week with Fawn, the band, and the Wormdogs. Members of the band Fawn start us off.
Hi, I'm Pearl. I am the lead singer and primary songwriter of Fawn. I work full-time as a veterinary receptionist, but I live in Burlington with my friends.
Hi, I'm Maddie. I'm from Swampscott, Massachusetts, and I play guitar for Fawn. I just graduated in December from UVM, and I've just been playing a lot of music in Burlington with a couple different bands.
Hey, my name's Matt. I play the drums and sing a little and produce for Fawn. When I'm not doing that, I really enjoy going on long walks. It's a big thing for me.
Hi, my name is Brady. I'm kind of from all over, but based out of Burlington, and I play the bass. Aside from music and working, I definitely like to spend my time outdoors as much as I can.
Tyler Lamb, Ty, is our keyboardist.
Guess I'm still a puppy with a bleeding heart and a feral mind.
We met at UVM. We were all students in the music technology and business department. And it started with me and Brady and then kind of fell into place from there with our other friends. I wrote the song Dog Bone, which is the song that we selected to submit. Arrangement-wise, it, I think, was the best example of our skill set. It showed kind of our lyrical songwriting abilities as well as our technical skills well, and I wanted to put our best foot forward for the competition. It's a dark metaphor of being a literal, rabid hound who's following its most base instincts and digging up the corpse of its ex-lover.
Remember when I thought my instinct for caring was like a disease?
One of Fawn's biggest strengths, at least to me, is our chemistry on stage when we perform. Basically from the outset, before we'd even had a month of rehearsals together, any time that we spent on stage, we knew that it was a very special group. I feel like that translates every time that we do rehearsals in Matt's room, we're able to bring that chemistry on stage to the NPR Tiny Desk audience. It was a really fun project.
The video's in my room, and I have a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K and like the cheapest possible lens I could buy for it, so it doesn't have any zoom. So in order to get that like frame where we could fit everybody, we just had to tuck it into like the farthest possible corner of the room and then focus it.
We were looking at each other, Brady, and we were trying to like bounce up and down to like, you know, kind of jam to the music. And then I realized like, you know, if I move anymore, I'm gonna hit Matt's drum and Brady's gonna run into the wall.
That was members of the band Fawn. Next up, Vermont band the Wormdogs.
My name is Nick Ledak. I live in the north end of Burlington, and when I'm not playing music, I got a job. I build websites for a digital marketing company. I technically have my own woodworking business, and I like to kind of keep a woodworking project going at all times, making like kitchen tables and stuff like that.
My name's Rick, and I live in Burlington, and I'm like an IT guy kind of during the day. I don't know, I'm into like working on guitars and stuff too.
Hey everybody, I'm Danica Cunningham, and I live in Shelburne, Vermont. And when I'm not doing music, I'm still doing music because I am a music therapist at UVM, pediatric floor on the hospital, and private practice.
I'm Braden LaLancet, also from Williston. When not playing music, I am farming on the Intervale in Burlington.
I'm Will Pearl. I'm from Brandon, Vermont. Shout out. And I live in Winooski, Vermont. And yeah, when I'm not playing and singing with the Wormdogs, I'm farming also down at the Intervale at Intervale Community Farm.
We played a song called Bobo's Dream for the Tiny Desk entry, which is kind of like, well, it's an instrumental song. It's kind of an outlier in our set. Most of the other songs that we play comparatively are more influenced by like folk and like blues and country music and stuff like that. I was thinking like if someone like never heard any of our songs before and then they heard that song, they would be like, oh, this is like some like acoustic like prog rock band from Vermont or something. But like a lot of songs are kind of different than that. They're kind of like all over the place because we just do whatever we want, you know?
If you can get into what we're giving you with Bobo's Dream, you sure as heck are gonna have fun with the rest of our set.
Yeah.
I feel like just like originality, if anything.
It just so happens we spent the last month playing every night leading up to it. We felt pretty oiled up and so happy to be back in Vermont at my house, just putting all that synergy together. Nick said it took 1,000 takes, but it really only took like 5 or 4.
Do you know that bumper sticker that says "Keep Vermont Weird"? They're probably gonna think, yeah, they did that.
That was the Wormdogs, and before that, the band Fawn, Vermont artists who entered this year's Tiny Desk contest held by NPR. You can check out their submissions at our website, vermontpublic.org. Thanks for listening to The Frequency today. We had additional reporting from Peter Hirschfeld, Elodie Reed, and Mary Engish. Today's episode was edited by Liam Elder Connors, and our music is by Blue Dot Sessions. I'm Andrea Lorian. Have a great weekend.
Planet Money helps you understand the economy. We find the people at the center of the story.
Garbage in New York, that was like a controlled substance.
We show you how money influences everything.
Tell me what you like by telling me how you spend your money.
And we dig until we get answers.
I had a bad feeling you're going to bring that up.
Planet Money finds out. All you have to do is listen. The Planet Money Podcast from NPR.